welcome to Sound and Fury Book Reviews. As usual, I am Tina. Today I'm doing a short little review of a short little book called Devil's Road by Gary Gibson. This book came out in 2020 from Brain in a Jar Books. I'm assuming this is a small press. And it's a novella. It's a sci-fi action technically, but I would lump it in with post-apocalyptic as well because there are definitely a lot of elements of that genre, which is probably why I really liked it. So I received this book from Book Sirens in exchange for a fair review. So this is a website where you can basically get books for free as long as you promise to review them. So, if there is ever a book whose energy and tone of its cover matches its contents, it's Devil's Road. This cover is amazing. I love it. So, what is this book about? Nobody has taken part in the Devil's Run annual road race as often as Dutch McGuire and lived to tell the tale. The racecourse circumnavigates the post-apocalyptic ruins of Taijuan, and with a choice between being eaten by the monstrous kaiju that prowl the island's devastated cities or murdered by her fellow racers, the odds against surviving another run, let alone winning it, are slim. Dutch doesn't care about the odds nearly so much as she cares about getting back behind the wheel of her beloved Ford Falcon, except for one problem. She spent the last 5 years incarcerated in a high-security prison for her part in a heist. So when a crooked billionaire offers to put her back in the race on condition she uses it as cover for a secret retrieval operation she can't refuse. Can Dutch survive assassins, monsters, and psychopathic drivers long enough to complete her mission as well as take part in the race? Or is this the year death finally catches up with her in a blazing tangle of wreckage? So that was very long for a very short book. It is a novella. It's about 150 pages. And I'm going to start by saying that I really love cars. If you've read our little mini series on post-apocalyptic media about the car battles, that was me. I wrote that. So I do love cars. That's what's funny though is that I don't love cars nearly as much as my husband though, who can tell you every car in every movie ever. In fact, when I mentioned to him about the Ford Falcon and Devil's Road, he said without pause, "Mad Max's car, the Pursuit Special," and I had to stop him from saying the last of the V8 Interceptors. Anyway, I do love a good car chase movie, preferably when a classic coupe is involved, and I love Death Race 2000. I also have an unabashed love of Pacific Rim and previous enjoyment of my university days of Neon Genesis Evangelion. So yeah, I'm also a kaiju fan as well. I also love tough female leads, so pretty much this book was written for me. Honestly, the most disappointing thing about this novel is that it's a novella. I have a tenuous alliance with novellas in that I always find that they're a bit of a letdown because I find they don't have enough to them. I really wish it had been a full-blown, really long novel. It totally had the space for it. Had it tacked on an extra 50, preferably 100 pages to give Dutch kind of more of a proper backstory, beef up the tension with this character named Nat, and make the race far longer, it would have been amazing. There were so many really interesting characters that I wanted to learn more about. And the battle scenes were really good. They were really fun. I could have had more of those. We do get a really fun and exciting story, though. It just feels like we're missing some serious character development opportunities. I loved Dutch, though. Like, don't get me wrong. I loved her. I was also intrigued by the other racers, as I said, in Nat, but we don't get enough of everybody. I guess I would say this is like a major problem, but the book is so much fun that I can't even fault it for it. There's a lack of exposition at the start that allows you to kind of tease out the state of the world from these small hints that are dropped, which I really like. We're also not even introduced to the kaiju aspect until later, which was really fun. I kept waiting for it. I'm like, oh, is it only on this one place? And the setting where the death race basically takes place is a pretty post-apocalyptic island, so that was really fun. It's got kind of all the tropes that post-apocalyptic genre readers and viewers really like. So I think that anyone who likes post-apocalyptic movies, anyone who likes car chase movies, kaiju movies, I think will really like this. I mean, it feels like you've emerged from a whirlwind when you're finished, but it really is a blast to read, and I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys should give it a chance. And I mean, it's a novella, so it's short, so... Let me know in the comments if you've read this book at all, or if there's any other kaiju car race novels that you've read that you can recommend to me, because I clearly like that genre. And yeah, thanks for watching.